Check out how this door automatically unlocks as I approach it. I've been testing Aqara's U400 for a while. It's their latest smart lock, and it comes with one long-awaited feature that's going to benefit Apple Home and Matter users, Ultra Wideband. This feature allows a totally hands-free unlocking experience through Apple's Home Key. In this video, we'll go over the product build, how it works, how well it works, and whether it can work for you. Hey, I'm Robert, and Oconee Smart Homes exists to make real homes more convenient, accessible, and safe with smart home technology. We serve real customers right here in Oconee County, Georgia, but this channel is for anyone who wants to make a simpler, smarter home. Before we proceed, this video is not sponsored. Aqara did send me the U400 for extended testing, and I'm sharing my experience with you so that you can determine whether this product is right for you. Now let's jump into it. Aqara has released a number of smart locks over the last few years. The Budget U50, the Retrofit U200, and the Lever style lock U300. All of these support unlocking features with keys, PIN codes, Apple's Home Key, and remote access. The U400 evolves the smart lock forward in a number of ways that make it really interesting. First is its support for Ultra Wideband, or UWB. Ultra Wideband is a wireless communication technology that boasts precise location and secure communication. Apple has included Ultra Wideband in its devices like the iPhone, the Apple Watch, and the HomePod for a number of years now. It's actually the foundational technology in Apple's AirTags. I've had the U400 installed on my back door, which gets a lot of use from the family as we spend time on the deck and the kids play outside in the backyard. And to be honest, in the early days of testing, I didn't want to risk getting locked out of the house, so I didn't put it on one of our main entries. The device has a solid build that gives you a premium feel and ensures security. It installs easily in place of any standard deadbolt, but you will notice that it is on the larger side. The height and the width are going to be the dimensions that you really care about for fitting, but for sightliness, you may care about the whole package, but you just want to make sure that you have enough space for this. 6 and 15, 16. Accommodating the rechargeable battery cartridge and packing all of this new tech into the device has made it bulkier than its predecessors, but it's still surprisingly solid. The keypad, which you'll probably not use often, has a nice matte finish that allows you to easily enter your PIN codes without getting smudged with fingerprints. On the inside, under the cover, you have the set and reset buttons, the pairing codes, and the rechargeable battery, which has a USB-C port. I'll give more detail on battery life and charging later. Now, how do you use the lock? This is, after all, the core experience, and the U400 supports a number of ways to lock and unlock. I'm going to save the most interesting for last. First is in the app. You can remotely lock and unlock the app from within Aqara's app or from the app of your favorite smart home ecosystem like Apple Home. This is great for those moments when you're not around and need to let somebody in, or those brain fog moments where you can't remember whether or not you locked the door. Just open the app, tap to lock or unlock, and you're good to go. Then you have PIN codes and user management. You can create codes for family members, guests, maybe a housekeeper, babysitter, dog sitter, whomever needs access, all with time available access and fully revocable. It has a fingerprint reader that's fast and reliable, though I've always found this style of fingerprint reader a bit cumbersome as compared to those found on the Lever Lock U300, just more of a natural movement. Then there's the tap to unlock feature using either Aqara's NFC tags or Apple Home Key. Just tap your watch or iPhone to unlock the door. But this is where things advance. See, with Ultra Wideband, Home Key evolves from tap to unlock on approach. Now let me explain how this works. I'm going to focus on the Apple Home experience because that's my daily driver. Apple Home Key has a feature called Express Mode, which allows you to lock and unlock the door without additional verification because it trusts the device. You can turn this on or off. With Express Mode turned on, you can enable unlock on approach. And to ensure there's not a constant barrage of false unlocks, it allows you to set the direction from which you'll approach the door using the precise location of the Ultra Wideband chip. So the problem that I have with the direction is that this door is adjacent to an interior wall, and when I walk through the living room here, we have a light switch, and sometimes we might stop to turn the lights off or just walk by into the dining room, and it'll unlock from the inside. So if you typically approach the door from the center, like on a front porch, you can set it there. But if the door is not centered or against a wall, you might choose left or right depending on which direction you come. So in my case, I found that setting this to center and left, disabling right-hand approach, keeps this from happening. This way, when you walk by it inside the house, it won't unlock. One thing I do want to call out, because I'm seeing this come up online, is strike plate alignment. You want to make sure that the strike plate gives the bolt enough clearance to open and close easily. Aqara includes a strike plate in the box, but I think a lot of people just reuse the one that's already on their door because they don't want to chisel anything out. The problem is, if there isn't enough clearance, the bolt can bind. The motor ends up working harder than it should, and that's where people start describing the lock as feeling tight or jammed. Let me show you what this looks like. I'm going to try and intentionally jam it. You can feel the stiffness of the bolt here, and you can almost hear the motor working harder to engage. That's not something that you want long term. The fix is simple. Just make sure the bolt can fully extend and retract without resistance. And it's worth noting, Aqara has released a firmware update that increases the motor torque to give it a little bit more oomph to overcome minor resistance, but the strike plate alignment is still key. This feature has been so seamless that I'm now willing to turn on the auto lock feature, which is also exposed in Apple Home directly now. So I can walk outside, allow the door to auto lock, and when I walk back up, it automatically unlocks, and I come inside. Super smooth. And for all of us who still care, yes, it has a physical key with a cylinder that can be rekeyed by a locksmith. So let's talk about connectivity and ecosystem support. The U400 supports Matter over Thread and Bluetooth. There are certain functions in the Aqara app that you can't change unless you're there in person with a Bluetooth connection. This is for security purposes. In Apple Home, it supports the standard functions for lock and unlock, automations, now auto lock, as well as home key and the new Ultra Wideband unlock on approach feature. Platforms like Home Assistant, Homey can support basic functionality like locking and unlocking, but don't have direct access to the Ultra Wideband features. That's because those are specific to the devices and their operating systems. Aqara has built the U400 to be Aliro ready, enabling cross-compatible digital keys supporting NFC or Ultra Wideband, with the standard rolling out in early 2026 as more phone manufacturers implement it. And I have seen a working demo with the Samsung phone. Because it's Matter over Thread, you don't technically need an Aqara hub. Your Thread border router like your Apple TV or HomePod can do the job of keeping it online, but you do get extra features in the Aqara app and the wider Aqara ecosystem, like linking your doorbell to the lock for a more seamless unlock experience for your guests. As far as automations for locks go, I typically use a few. The first is to automatically lock all of the doors when the last person leaves. Same with my nightly home lockdown, which closes all the garage doors and locks any doors that may have been forgotten. But now with the auto lock function built into Apple Home and the ease of unlock on approach, I don't really see this being used for this lock. This is just extra peace of mind. What types of automations are you doing with your smart locks today? And this is where we'll probably get comments about the safety and security of a lock that automatically opens when someone walks up to it. Aren't there concerns that an intruder might just steal your phone, unlock the door, and walk in? To this, I'll say, I know that smart locks, generally speaking, are not for everyone. There is a trade-off between convenience and security. You need to assess your situation to determine if this is something that makes sense for where you live. That said, the technology here is fast and secure, and with the auto lock feature working reliably, I've actually found that my doors are locked more consistently than they were before, making my home more secure. The battery life on this lock has been rock solid. Aqara has really fine-tuned this thing. I last charged the battery almost 3 months ago, and my battery life is still sitting above 80%, and this is with the door getting used consistently every day. Aqara says with regular use, the battery should last at least 6 months, but with easy charging and hot swappable batteries, this seems pretty good. See, you can pull the battery out and charge it. You can swap it with one that's charged, or you can just plug it in right here from the lock and let it charge, whatever best suits your needs. I've installed and used a number of smart locks over the years. My favorite has been the Schlage Encode Plus. The design, the battery life, the easy rekeying have made it my go-to. We're still waiting for Schlage to release their Ultra Wideband lock to see how it compares, but I can easily see the U400 taking the lead here. I would love a more compact design to fit in more aesthetically on the door, but honestly, that's not a deal breaker. The most comparable Aqara predecessor is the U100 lock. It's been a pretty good lock for me, though the battery life could be better and many users have reported issues with maintaining connection. I've not had those problems with the U400, and with the advancement in features, the U400 leaps ahead of the U100 for anybody who's buying a smart lock for the first time. Whether you upgrade from an existing smart lock will depend on whether you want the added convenience of the Ultra Wideband or the wider support. It is one of the pricier locks coming from Aqara at $270. It's less of a budget solution and more for your high-tech spenders. So who is this really for? On day one, I'd say it's for heavy Aqara and Apple Home users. The innovative features favor those ecosystems the most right now. It's great for Matter First users, though there are still some features waiting on the horizon. Who is this not for? Likely not for users who have a general aversion to smart locks, we see you, or for those who are looking for a minimal design or aesthetic. And if you're an Android user, Home Assistant or Homey user, this could be great for you eventually. However, I would not yet buy on the promise of Aliro, as the standard has yet to roll out consistently and prove itself in a meaningful way. In my experience, the U400 is a fantastic lock. It's packed with features and innovations that the smart home community has been asking for, the biggest being Ultra Wideband support. The main trade-off right now is waiting for the Aliro standard to roll out more broadly so that our non-Apple friends can enjoy it too. And as for the most important question, will I keep this lock on my door, or would I install it for a customer? The answer to both is yes. What about you? Are you excited about the future of ultra wideband locks? Let me know in the comments. God bless you. We'll see you next time.